Thank you so much for joining us this evening, Malise Ruthven. My first question for you this evening is, do you believe that religious conflicts are driven primarily by theological differences or the objectification of religious symbols?
That's a very good question and a very difficult one to answer, but I would go for the objectification of religious symbols. They become kind of iconic totems which people in conflict situations will adopt, really because they have an impact on their identity. It's a way, like if you're a member of a football club, you wear a particular shirt. If you belong to a religious sect, you have certain rituals, certain behaviors which apply to that. Most of the conflicts which are described as religious, when you start peeling back the layers, you actually find they are about something different.
Thank you. In this field of study, do you see the need for a more sophisticated anthropological analysis of the conflicts versus a broad ideological analysis?
I think it's very important that the anthropological insights about how power is really constructed in the local context should be more brought in, because the big ideological picture is very often the outcome of hyperbolic rhetoric that is used by actors rather than actually the source of the conflict itself.
Great. From a historical perspective, why do you believe religion as a justification of violent extremism has grown in popularity at this time?
There are many factors. Clearly one of them is related to the discrediting of the old Marxist-Leninist revolutionary discourse because of what happened in Russia and also what's happening in China to some extent. No one will take Marxist revolutionary rhetoric seriously. But there are other factors as well. There's the mobilization of people through the media, through other media, who come from traditional religious backgrounds, who feel that their identities or their religious practices are under threat because of modern developments, and that feeling has great mobilizing potential. So politicians will use religion. It's happening all over the world. It's happening in Sri Lanka, it's happening in Burma, it's happening in Turkey. Politicians all over the world are able to surf on a wave of religious feeling, because nothing gets you votes better than saying, you know, my religion's under threat.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time.